The WNBA is in big trouble, folks. Viewership has absolutely crashed after Caitlin Clark's playoff exit. People were glued to their screens for her incredible performances. But now that she's out, guess what? Many have completely tuned out. I mean, Game 1 had nearly 2 million viewers. Now we're down to just 400,000. Yikes. But hey, before we dive into all this drama, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss a single update. Trust me, things are getting wild. So Caitlin Clark's not going to be back on the court for another 213 days. Yeah, you heard that right, 213 days. And the WNBA is already feeling it. Fans and experts are saying no Clark, no. Watch. Honestly, with her bringing a 400% boost in viewership, it's like the excitement just packed its bags and left with her.
Playoffs, the Fever had nearly 2 million viewers tuning in, while all the other games had around 400,000. Even the WNBA Countdown, which was aired before the Indiana Fever game, had more viewers than 2 of the series.
Stick around because we're about to break down just how bad the situation is, and you won't believe how much this rookie changed everything. Get ready, this one's going to be a doozy.
And it looks like we're not going to be seeing Caitlin Clark play basketball again for another 200 days. An ESPN reporter said at the end of the Indiana Fever Connecticut Sun Game 2 that Caitlin Clark almost definitely will not be playing basketball this offseason. So no overseas and no 3-on-3 unrivaled.
A growing number of experts and fans have thrown in the towel when it comes to the WNBA, declaring that they're done watching the league altogether. But before you grab the remote and switch to the next sports channel, let's take a moment to recognize the massive impact Caitlin Clark has had on the league this year. Trust me, her influence will blow your mind, and it's way more than just impressive three-pointers.
Because I may not talk about the WNBA again until April.
Well, okay.
Trust me, I'm not going to be watching. I'm not going to.
When Caitlin Clark made her decision to step away from the spotlight, it left fans in a state of disbelief, as if they just dropped their nachos at a game-winning buzzer-beater. Analysts like Molly Cum and Monica Minette over at ESPN were equally stunned, now left scratching their heads and wondering who will step up as the WNBA's next star. With Clark out of the picture, the league is bracing for a massive hit in attendance this season. Let's just say, without her, the WNBA is facing more empty seats than a 9 a.m. yoga class.
Before the 2023 season, the WNBA had grown by 40% viewership from 2022 to 2023. But with Caitlin Clark's arrival, it's grown by 400% viewership. What that means is if the WNBA were continue to grow at the rate it grew from 22 to 23, it would take until 2028 to do what Caitlin Clark did this year.
Caitlin Clark, the Iowa sensation, officially wrapped up her first season in the WNBA, and boy did she make waves. Known for her jaw-dropping shooting range and elite playmaking skills, Clark had fans glued to their screens and rushing to the arenas. The rookie didn't just light up the court. She ignited a surge in viewership and attendance, breaking records faster than she shoots threes. Unfortunately, her magical run came to a halt when the Indiana Fever were knocked out by the Connecticut Sun, leaving many fans heartbroken and playoff hopes dash like an overthrown pass.
Wonder if Caitlin, in every post-game press conference, she came out and talked about the kind of hateful comments that she was getting. If she came out and told everybody the reason why she has personal security that goes with her every single place, it's a lot. And so it's not just Caitlin Clark fans or Indiana Fever fans. It is not all going in one direction.
With Clark no longer in the postseason, it seems fans are packing up their foam fingers and heading home early. Her presence in the league this season was undeniable. She single-handedly lifted the Fever to the top of the attendance charts, whether they were playing at home or on the road. It's almost as if fans were following her like she was the Pied Piper of basketball, drawing crowds wherever she went.
This league is insane. And that's why I have mixed feelings. I'm going to miss Caitlin Clark. Hopefully I don't see her on the basketball court again until April, until next WNBA season. But I'm so glad I don't have to watch the rest of this. I've been so turned off by most of these players in the WNBA. It's incredible.
Every time Clark took the court, it was like a rock concert, only instead of guitars, she was shredding defenses with pinpoint passes and deep-range bombs. Fans from across the country packed arenas just to witness her magic in person. Her basketball IQ combined with her electrifying performances made her a magnet for attention, transforming the Fever into one of the hottest teams in the WNBA. But now that she's no longer on the court, it feels like the league just lost its lead singer, and the fans are already heading for the exits.
Kid's on the wrong team. She's got the wrong skill set to handle the physicality of that league. And she's a rookie, targeted by society, targeted by her looks, targeted by her reputation, targeted by the disrespect that they've shown to the WNBA. She said, no, they're expecting this rookie class to be perfect. This rookie class isn't even one of the best rookie classes in the last 10 years.
And it's not just Indiana Fever fans feeling the void. The entire WNBA is seeing a decline in viewership, with Clark's absence. Weekend games, which are usually prime time for attracting viewers, are expected to see a significant dip. People weren't just tuning in to see their favorite teams, they were tuning in to see Caitlin Clark, who became must-see TV in her rookie season. Now that she's not in the mix, the excitement has fizzled out faster than a flat soda.
The Caitlin Clark effect is definitely real. I mean, we can all see that. However, experiencing it in person is totally different. I was at the Fever and Indiana game last night, and the amount of 22s that I saw on the way to the arena and inside the Capital One Arena might as well have just been a home game for Caitlin Clark. Not Indiana, Caitlin Clark. The thing is, that didn't surprise me. But what did surprise me was how packed the game was.
It's rare to see a rookie have such a massive impact on an entire league, but then again, Caitlin Clark is no ordinary rookie. From the moment she laced up her shoes in the WNBA, she commanded attention like an NBA star, drawing comparisons to greats like LeBron James and Stephen Curry. She wasn't just a local sensation, she was a league-wide phenomenon. The fact that so many fans have checked out of the playoffs without her speaks volumes about just how much she meant to the WNBA in her first season.
Caitlin's departure, do we think that these new WNBA fans are going to stick around for the rest of the playoffs? The Liberty Aces series might be one that draws some numbers. The disparity between 1.8 million and around 400,000 is wild, especially with football season being in full swing.
Looking back at her incredible season, it's easy to see how the exhausting schedule may have caught up with her. Clark went straight from leading Iowa to the NCAA finals and then plunged into her rookie season without any real break. She basically did the basketball equivalent of running a marathon and then immediately starting another one. By the time the playoffs rolled around, she looked as tired as someone who's just survived Black Friday shopping. Yet despite the fatigue, she still played like a superstar, showcasing her resilience and heart.
Hey, now let's not talk viewership, let's talk ticket sales. Bear with me. Ticket sales grew in 2023 by 16% from 2022. Ticket sales have grown by 93% in 2024. What that means is without Caitlin Clark, the WNBA would have taken till 2029 or 2030 to get to where Caitlin Clark has gotten them today.
In the Fever's final game against the Connecticut Sun, Clark gave it everything she had. She put up 25 points, dished out 9 assists, and then brought her trademark intensity to the court. It was like watching someone try to carry a piano uphill. She did her best, but basketball is a team game, and one player can only do so much. Despite her heroic efforts, the Fever's inconsistent play ultimately sealed their fate, and the dream of a deeper playoff run was crushed.
Qualified for their job. And so they've allowed the Caitlin Clark abuse to go on and on and on while everybody pretends, oh, it's Caitlin Clark's fans. They're on Twitter and they're horrible. They focus on that rather than the real persecution and inappropriate behavior of their very own WNBA.
If that weren't enough, Clark also had to deal with some questionable officiating. Several fouls were called against her that left fans scratching their heads and wondering if the refs had forgotten how to use their whistles properly. Some even speculated that she was being officiated differently because of her rising star status. But despite the frustrating calls, Clark kept her cool like a seasoned pro, pushing her team forward with determination. Unfortunately, even her poise and focus weren't enough to overcome the Suns' relentless play.
Caitlin comes millions and millions and millions of more eyeballs. And with those millions and millions and millions of more eyeballs, unfortunately, is going to come some people who are not nice.
As of now, Caitlin Clark has decided to take a well-deserved break, and who can blame her? She's logged almost as many games as an NBA player this season and shouldered the immense pressure of being a franchise player in her rookie year instead of joining a European team or entering smaller tournaments during the offseason. She's opting for rest and recovery, both mentally and physically. Let's be honest, after the season, she said she deserves to kick back and relax, preferably with some Netflix and a giant tub of ice cream.
A lot of things that this group accomplished that, a lot of people probably didn't think was possible, one, to start the season, and two, after the start we had to the season. So, yeah, it'll definitely be probably a little weird for me over the course of the first couple weeks, and then I'm sure I'll get bored and pick up a basketball again. So,
with Caitlin Clark taking time off, the WNBA is facing a reality check. Her presence brought a surge of new fans and revitalized interest in women's basketball, but now that she's stepped away, the league is already seeing a noticeable drop in engagement. It's not just the D-Hard Fever fans who are tuning out. Many Casual viewers who were drawn in by Clark's breakout performances are also hitting the pause button. Her dynamic play and larger-than-life personality gave the WNBA a much-needed boost. But now the league is left trying to figure out how to keep the spotlight shining without their brightest star on the court.
I don't want it to grow if it's certain people at the face. And there is still this undertone of jealousy that for some reason I cannot get around calling it anything else but that, because I don't know what else it could be. I thought it was going to get better this season, but it hasn't. There are still people who seemingly, to me, feel like they just don't want Caitlin to be a part of it.
Caitlin Clark has taken the basketball world by storm, and it's not just in the US. People around the globe are paying attention. Her amazing college run at Iowa and her strong rookie season in the WNBA have made her a name you can't ignore. She's done more than just play well. She's brought a whole new level of excitement to women's basketball, inspiring young players and giving fans a reason to cheer like they haven't in a long time. But here's the thing, now that Clark's not on the court, the WNBA feels a little quieter, like the parts missing its DJ viewership has dipped, proving that her magnetic energy and star power are a big deal. She's not just changing the game by sinking shots, she's changing how the world sees women's basketball. Her influence stretches far beyond individual games. It's a cultural shift in the way the sport is being perceived globally. Let's be real, Caitlin Clark isn't just the face of her team, the Indiana Fever. She's becoming the face of the whole WNBA. Her play style is electric. Her presence on the court commands attention, and she's made it clear that she's here to take women's basketball to the next level. Without her in the playoffs, the league is feeling it. It's like watching a blockbuster movie, but missing the main character. Clark isn't just another player, she's the future of the sport, and everyone knows it. And that's a wrap on Caitlin Clark's impact on the WNBA this season. With her out of the playoffs, it's clear just how much the league is missing her star power. The drop in viewership says it all. She's not just a rising star, she's the heartbeat of the league. The WNBA is definitely feeling the absence of its biggest draw, and the excitement just isn't the same without her. What do you think? Is Caitlin Clark the key to the WNBA's future, or will someone else step up to fill her shoes? Share your thoughts in the comments down below. And hey, before you go, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future updates. Who knows, maybe by next season the league will have found its next big star, or maybe we'll just be counting the days until Clark's return.